This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my breakdown of the 4 most interesting DC Fandome trailers, at least in my opinion. I'll break down Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, The Batman, and The Flash. I did not get to do these about 3 weeks ago because, well, I didn't have access to Premiere Pro, and I was not going to do this on Microsoft Video Editor, because I had no idea how you would do it. But now that I have this, I'm going to be doing it. And look out for tomorrow, I'll be breaking down Book of Boba Fett, the trailer that dropped on Monday. And on Saturday, I'll also break down the trailer to, what's it called, Morbius. And from what I saw, my Lego The Batman sets should be in tomorrow. So, I don't think I'll get a chance to record it all tomorrow, but expect my reviews Saturday at the earliest, I'm guessing. So, let's get into this.
Batman, Jim Gordon, they thought they had a handle on this city.
So here we have it confirmed that Batman and Commissioner Gordon are both dead. And, I mean, that's pretty interesting. And I'm guessing that, well, Batman will be revealed to alive eventually. Kind of like, well, Captain America was in whatever the game is called, Avengers. But maybe it won't happen like that. And it still looks interesting. I'm excited to see how this goes. And here's maybe it'll be a twist that Gordon's alive and Batman isn't. But also, Gordon being, well, dead is one thing that keeps this from being in the Arkham continuity. Besides, a few other things, but that automatically says it isn't in Arkham. Although I did know that before. This is just, to some people might be the final nail in the coffin. So, let's go into the next clip.
They never did. You don't stand a chance.
And now we have our heroes being told by, I believe it's Penguin, that they don't stand a chance. And yeah, that's fun. Let's go look at the next part.
Because they're always watching, always listening, pulling everybody's strings. Mine, yours. But no one talks about them.
And now we finish up while Penguin's mourning, as we get shots across Gotham that are very ominous. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited just from this. So let's continue.
Not a whispered word is said.
The Court of Owls is a myth.
They're listening.
And now we get, well, Nightwing saying that the Court of Owls is a myth, and Penguin laughing it off and saying that, well, they always listen. And then we see this cool reveal of this Court of Owls door, which leads into what I think looks like an elevator. So, well, I'm still really excited, so let's continue on. We then get a look at some of the Court of Owls members and some shots around their base, which is, pretty interesting. So, but there's not much to talk about, so let's go on. We then see many members of the Bat family sneaking around the Court of Owl's base, and Jason Todd falling into a trap, getting stuck in a cage. But let's see what happens to him in this cage. So we see Red Hood and another Court of Owls member falling. Red Hood's able to save himself, but it seems that the Court of Owls member has fallen to his death. And it seems that their trap didn't work unless, well, they closed the floor before Red Hood could get back up. But let's continue. We then see a bunch of destructive attacks against the Bat family. Potentially Alfred, well, I can't tell if it is him, and a chair, and then seeing the Bat signal damaged and not working. Some very interesting stuff, and I'm definitely excited to see how this goes. So let's take a look at, well, more of the trailer. We're almost done with this one. And then we see some more attacks from the Court of Owls on the Bat family. And that is, well, it's just, more of the same. Let's take a look at the final part of this trailer before I give my thoughts on all of it.
If you really want to go down this rabbit hole, you need to know there's no coming back from it.
We finally hear Penguin saying, although I believe this is from another part of the game, since if you can notice it, the line starts after he starts speaking, although that might just be with the file I downloaded, or the rest of it seems that all the audio matches up. So, yeah, it's kind of odd, but he's warning them that there's no way they could kind of undo this if they go in and start looking at the Court of Owls. And yeah, that ends up the trailer for this one. Honestly, I'm pretty excited. This looks like it could be a fun game. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably pre-order it. Not too sure. It depends if I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on PS4. But yeah, since no one can find a PS5 right now, I'm part of the, well, no one who could find it. Well, I should say almost no one. There's some people who do have it. But yeah, it's almost impossible. So if this is on PS4, I'll get it and I'll stream it because I'm excited for this. So, now we finish that up. Let's go take a look at Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. But before that, I just realized that there was a small problem with the audio in, well, my Gotham Knights video, and it was in the other ones. So although I'm going to keep the Gotham Knights one the same, since I've already done all of that, since I was early into Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, I'm just going to, well, re-download the clips and do that because I used a converter to change the type of file it was, and that had a bunch of audio repeating and stuff. So I'm sorry if it was kind of bad for Gotham Knights, but it should be a lot better for this one.
All of you are the worst of the worst of the worst.
So first we get a look at Arkham Asylum, and here are a few things to look. Well, a little odd for this to be post Arkham Knight. So it seems like it's likely it is pre Arkham Knight since the sign at the beginning isn't well damaged. I believe was drawn over and messed up, but also we don't see the vines popping out anywhere, although they may have changed somewhat some of it looks like for the trailer. But based on the trailer, this looks like it is pre-Arkham Asylum, set in the timeline. Although that is odd, since they did say the fake Deadshot was killed. So we'll see about that.
Still, you're good at what you do. Even if what you do is far from good. Welcome to Task Force X.
We then have Waller introducing them to the Suicide Squad and welcoming them in, and then electrocuting them, and having a giant Arkham logo with about the Arkham symbol put as many places as possible. So we definitely know this is in the Arkham continuity.
Let me take a look at you. A musclehead, a nut job, something that offends my eyes, and a homeless person.
We then have an introduction to Gizmo, him introducing members by insulting all of them, and probably giving the greatest insult to Captain Boomerang, who he calls a homeless person.
You're perfect.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
This has one-way ticket written all over it.
Oi, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here!
Eyes up, people!
Now we get to see, well, how crazy things are in Metropolis. And yeah, it's pretty crazy with Brainiac's invasion. But now let's continue and see what happens next.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive.
We then see this monster being killed by, well, I'm pretty sure it's Wonder Woman. At first I thought it was Javelin when I was watching the trailer, but then after watching a few more breakdowns I saw it was Wonder Woman, most likely. And also I was thinking that because they had Javelin, will the actor introduce it. So, let's continue on.
I was just about to do that!
Task Force X. Your new mission is to kill the Justice League.
Then we get to hear their mission given to them by Waller, as we look at a shot of each of the members as it pans across. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And for the next parts, I'm going to be pausing quickly as we look at the different members of the League. Evil Superman here looks, well, like he's possessed by Brainiac, and it looks pretty cool. Also kind of cool to see the kind of mind control effect be coming out of the laser vision, heat vision or whatever it's called, as it fires, and then it goes to normal heat vision colors. So that's a cool little detail. We then get to see John Stewart's Green Lantern, which is pretty interesting. And we did get to go sight of the Flash, but we get a better look of him in a little bit, so we'll take a look at that. We now get to see Wonder Woman in a pretty interesting armor, but also it looks like she is not being mind controlled either at the moment, or isn't being mind controlled at all during the game. It might be an ally. That is a theory kind of heard in other places, but who knows, it might be true, and could be interesting. After getting a look at, looks like some kind of Batman-inspired car, probably not a Batmobile. I'm not sure about this either, I saw it in a few videos, but we have potentially Batman holding a gun to Harley Quinn's head. Although this could be anyone, and you can't be 100% sure who it is. And if it is Batman, that would probably say it would likely be pre-Arkham Knight. Although they could be confirming that Batman does survive Arkham Knight. But we don't know fully, so let's continue on.
Raise your hand if taking on the Justice League is the worst idea you've ever heard.
I kinda zoned out.
We then see them fighting John Stewart's Green Lantern and saying this is a bad idea, but Boomerang says he kind of zoned out. But what's weird is Harley Quinn's also saying something, and I can't really make out what she is saying. I wonder if you could. If you did, let me know in the comments.
What did you think would happen?
We then get a few more looks at Brainiac's weapons and invasion, but then we see the Flash for a clear shot, and I think the suit is okay. And with the goggles and everything, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be the Wally West Flash, based off of this and context clues from Arkham Knight, saying that the Flash works out of Keystone in this, and, well, this clearly isn't the Jay Garrick version of the Flash. So, I'm guessing this is Wally West, and with, well, the people who did the animated series being involved with creating Arkham, it would make sense since Wally West was the Flash in the animated series universe, DCAU. But that might be wrong. We'll still need to figure out, because it also implied that Hal Jordan was the Green Lantern. Although that was less clear and it was just a bunch of stuff referencing towards Keystone, not Keystone, Coast City. And I don't think there's any direct reference to Green Lantern. I think it was all kind of subtle. But also there could be more than one Green Lantern at the time. And, well, there could be more than one Flash. DC doesn't love doing that. So it's either going to be the Wally West or Barry Allen version. And based off this, I'm guessing this will be the Wally West version.
You'd crawl out of your cells, swoop in, save the day?
Which superheroes did you say you were again? Remember.
We then see them break into LexCorp. And we know this is not Lex Luthor, since it does not sound like the Lex Luthor that they had leave a voicemail in Arkham Knight. We also saw a little more action scenes. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let's continue on.
Your heads are ticking.
He's not gonna make it.
We then see some more shots from inside the LexCorp. And we see the scientist's head explode. So it seems they're also under Waller's control. And almost certainly is not Lex Luthor. It's just probably some evil LexCorp employee that was captured and they used to get in. We then see the potential return of Poison Ivy, and that kind of pushes it more and more for it being pre-Arkham Knight, since, well, she also died in Arkham Knight. And continuing on, we could see Wonder Woman fighting Superman, which pushes towards the she isn't mind controlled part, but we can't be fully sure, so let's continue. We finally get some more looks at Wonder Woman fighting Superman, and that's almost it. We have one last scene to look through before I give my thoughts on this one.
Waller, the Penguin is in flight. Repeat, the Penguin is in flight.
Then let's clip his wings.
Oh my God! He's gotten up!
Hitting him again.
He's ran out the door! Somebody stop him!
Did that get him?
No!
It very much did not get him. Waller! Waller! Blow up his head!
We finally get to see, well, King Shark, Harley Quinn, and Deadshot all going to torment the Penguin as they continuously have Waller electrocute him. But yeah, that was pretty funny. And again, I'm looking forward to this game. Well, I'm looking forward to all of these since these are the ones I wanted to talk about the most. And yeah, I'm excited for this one more than Knights. This is set in Arkham, and I want to see, well, how this continues and how this grows. So I am pretty excited for that. I don't know if it takes place pre-Asylum or after Night, since, well, we know between Asylum and Night, Arkham is closed. First for, well, the construction of Arkham City, which, once that's constructed, the Asylum is closed, and is closed through Night. So, with that, we can know that this has to take place in that time period. It also has to take place after Arkham Origins, since Arkham Asylum was not yet open at the time. So we have a pretty good timeline to figure out. At least at 2 points it could be, although if it is post-Night, it would be potentially bringing back both Batman and Poison Ivy. So we're not fully sure, but I wonder, when do you think it's set? And also, there's some other odd stuff if it's set before, and also it'd be a little weird for Arkham City with you fighting Deadshot, but that one being a fake Deadshot, since that's the retcon they're putting in. So, we'll see. Although they could say this guy's name is also Floyd Lawton, and he's also taken on the identity of Deadshot, but I think it also implied that, well, the fake Deadshot was killed. I don't think that was in trailers or anything. I think it was in, like, a post. So, I'm not fully sure. But let's move on to the Batman now.
Police! Hands up! Stay still! Get out of here!
We first see who we believe to be the Riddler being arrested. Although we can't be 100% sure. It is pretty likely. And it could just be him setting up a trap. Like the Joker did in The Dark Knight. But it might be some innocent guy who was getting framed, and he just had a cup of coffee that the Riddler left in front of him with this question mark made into it. So we're not fully sure, although there is a scene later in the trailer that kind of hints at this.
Fear is a tool. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
We then have Bruce saying that the bat signal, how it both inspires fear and a warning into criminals, and that helps, push his presence, which is pretty interesting. I'm excited to see, well, this movie, so let's continue on with this trailer. We then see Batman being hit by multiple gunshots, walking it off, and then taking down a bunch of more criminals with ease. So that is pretty interesting. And yeah, this movie looks like it's going to be awesome. So let's continue.
I've been trying to reach you.
Burn the gun!
We then see Batman, presumably interrogating the Riddler in a prison, although we don't know if it is the Riddler. It might be someone else, and that first shot might be trying to trick us, but we don't fully know. But this person has done something pretty bad, so it seems like it probably is the Riddler. But again, it could be someone else.
This is a powder keg, and Riddler's the match.
And then we hear Batman say that this is a powder keg and Riddler's the match. And it seems that, well, Riddler's going to be setting off something bigger happening. And I wonder what that could be. Maybe it's the rise of the supervillain, which is done in The Long Halloween.
I can take care of myself.
We then see a few shots of Batman and Catwoman being together. And Catwoman saying that she could take care of herself. So, I'm excited to see this version of Catwoman. And do hope this doesn't suffer like Spider-Man 3 did and Amazing Spider-Man 2 did with having too many villains. But we'll see.
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left. I don't care what.
We then see a shot of Carmine Falcone, I believe. And then we continue to Alfred saying that he'll lose himself. And Bruce doesn't really care what happens to him. And then we see this, all these clues that Batman is trying to put together. And, well, these are clearly towards the Riddler, which is going to be pretty interesting. Now we're close to the end of this trailer, although there's a little bit left. So let's continue.
What happens to me?
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Whoa, take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
We then see, well, Batman with the Penguin, and then them telling him to take it easy, and that they're everything that they say that he is. Or he could be talking to Catwoman. It could be either way, but it's still pretty interesting. Yeah, we also see some scenes of Batman fighting, so I'm pretty excited for that. There's not too much of the trailer left, so let's see it.
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance.
We then will have Catwoman learn who Batman is, and after a few action scenes, we see him say that he is vengeance. And I wonder if they're gonna, well, continue this and finish the classic quote that I am vengeance, I am the knight, I am Batman. I don't know if they will, but that could be a cool inclusion.
What's black?
We then see, well, it looks like the police potentially trying to arrest Batman and escaping, and then him in a very well, not like battle damaged, doesn't look too much damaged, but very dirty suit. And they're beginning a riddle, but the riddle will continue now.
In blue and dead all over.
We then have his riddle finished, saying basically who's going to be dead, and he says you. And then we see Batman being engulfed in an explosion. And as we'll soon see, Catwoman is watching. But let's see the rest of the trailer, since I think that not much left, and I'll probably just play to the end. So let's go with that.
I got you! I got you!
after we see Alfred being kind of horrified by something, we see the Penguin thinking he's killed Batman, but that's not happened, and Batman just rams him, and it seems that both the Batsuit and the Batmobile are going to be nearly indestructible, which is far different than, well, previous versions of both, with the Tumbler being pretty easily destroyed in the Dark Knight, and the last Batmobile, well, the Batman vs. Superman one, was heavily damaged when it crashed into Superman. So, that was a great trailer. I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm really excited. And it's time to finally look at The Flash. So I've been kind of recording this for a while. It's been like over an hour. So, I really hope you have enjoyed.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere you want, right? Any timeline, any universe.
We first see, well, the Flash and someone else get out of a taxi coming to Wayne Manor. And once they get there, they look through and go to the Batcave, where they go to turn it on, the lights. And Batman begins, I believe it's Batman, begins to ask, why come to this universe? Which is a pretty interesting question. And right after he flashes this light on, or turns it on, we get a pretty interesting look at, well, this. We see the Flash likely arriving at his childhood home, which will be, well, where he saves his mother from being killed, most likely by the Reverse Flash, although it could be by someone else in this, well, continuity. We don't really know.
Why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
And then we have, well, the Flash coming up to what I'm guessing his mom and kind of surprising her. And this might be because, well, like in the comic and the movie, the animated one, he doesn't know he changed the timeline yet, and is kind of surprised that she is alive at this point.
You changed the future.
We then get confirmation that the timeline has been changed, and this is basically going to be following some version of Flashpoint. I just hope it's done better than The Flash Season 3 did it.
And you changed the past.
We then get a good look at a bunch of the new Flash suit, including the boots being painted, and that, well, he's getting gold boots almost from the start, unlike, well, the Flash show, where it took nearly 8 seasons to get it. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I'm pretty excited. So, let's continue on.
Are you in?
We then see the Flash, potentially an alternate timeline version of the Flash, or the Reverse Flash, and Supergirl going to, I'm guessing, the Michael Keaton Batman for help, and asking if he's in. And the interesting thing is, I just thought of, how would they know about the Batcave, since, well, the Batcave doesn't exactly exist in the DCEU, since Wayne Manor was kind of destroyed and is being turned into the Hall of Justice. So that's a, well, interesting question. But I guess it'll be answered another time. So let's finish up the trailer. finally we get, well, the Flash discovering the Batmobile, likely Michael Keaton's, and being very excited and impressed by it. And yeah, I'm also looking forward to this one. I think if I was to rank them right now with what we saw, I would say I would put the Batman first, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League second, and then, yeah, there wasn't that much shown in this trailer, but I'm a little more excited for that one than Gotham Knights. And then Gotham Knights is probably last place, but I'm still excited for all of it. So, I do hope you enjoyed all of this. Look out for the rest of my content, and tomorrow I will definitely have a breakdown of the Book of Boba Fett trailer, and potentially have a review of the smallest, the Batman set, but I can't guarantee that. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.